John's father pointed a finger at him, his voice cracking like glass. "Return the $50,000, or don't return to this residence." John's sister, Emily, leaned in, a malicious smirk on her face. "You took our mother's money. We all know it." John didn't flinch or argue. Instead, he calmly slid a stack of bank slips across the countertop, one by one. Their expressions grew pale, and the entire room went silent. John was finally ready to speak. "It's strange how treachery always seems to come from those closest to you. You never see the knife until it's already piercing your back." They truly believed they had John cornered, the faithful child, the reliable sibling. But he had been observing and listening, and unlike them, he understood how to keep his affairs in order. John's father used to call him the family's pillar. His mother would discreetly thank him when he settled the household bills. She couldn't. His sister Emily relied on him through every failed relationship and every lost job. Trust was a valuable commodity he never thought he'd run out of. And then his mother's savings disappeared. $50,000 vanished like smoke. John hadn't taken it. He had no reason to. But a heavy, suspicious silence fell over the house. Eyes darted, fingers pointed, and when the blame finally surfaced, it was directed at him. Initially, it was just small things, receipts and Emily's handbag from expensive boutiques, a place their mother never visited. Then came her sudden eagerness to assist their mother with the accounts. The way she became defensive whenever anyone mentioned the bank. John didn't accuse her. Instead, he collected proof, screenshots of transactions, timestamps, every single withdrawal signed not by him, but by the one loudly accusing him. His father, however, was blind to the truth, or perhaps he just preferred to believe the simpler story, that his son had failed, not his daughter. John didn't yell or plead. He allowed them to build their case against him, letting the whispers escalate into full-blown accusations. Rage fades quickly, but a calculated plan endures. He started small, moving quietly. A trip to the bank, a request for certified copies of the teller slips with official stamps. Each page was a hidden weapon, ready to be used. The most difficult part was waiting, allowing them to believe they had already won. While they schemed, he prepared. His father's ultimatum was meant to break him. Emily's falsehoods were meant to destroy him. Instead, he set the scene. Sunday supper, everyone together, the scent of a roast still in the air, the tension thick and palpable. He waited until Emily's smirk was fixed and his father's glare was burning a hole through him. Then, he placed the bank slips on the counter, neat and deliberate, like evidence at a trial. Emily's signature, her withdrawals, every falsehood captured in ink. He didn't need to raise his voice. That silence did it for him. His father was the first to lean forward, his eyes narrowing at the papers. Confusion gave way to horror. His expression was a mix of shame and dawning realization. Emily froze, her face drained of color. Her lips parted, but no words came out. She knew the focus had shifted, and this time, it wouldn't shift back. "The money," John said softly, looking at his father, "never left the family. It just ended up in a different handbag." The weight of his words landed like a stone in a tranquil lake, sending slow ripples across the table and shattering everything they thought they knew. His father's voice was now smaller, softer, and trembling. "Is this accurate?" Emily didn't answer. She couldn't. The proof spoke for her. For once, John didn't rush to fix things or play the peacemaker. He let the silence linger, letting it suffocate her, because betrayal deserves to be exposed, and the truth doesn't need to shout, it just needs to be seen. They attempted to bury him under lies. Instead, he buried them under proof. That's the thing about betrayal. It always assumes you're too broken to fight back. But John wasn't broken. He was patient. Now, when his father looks at him, he no longer sees the accused. He sees the child who held the line when no one else would. When he looks at Emily, he sees the deceiver who used his trust as a disguise. And John no longer feels anger, just clarity, just the quiet satisfaction of knowing that the truth doesn't need forgiveness. It needs accountability. So, he left the papers on the counter, rose to his feet, and walked out, leaving them in the wreckage of their own making. Because sometimes, retaliation isn't loud or violent. It's simply the moment you prove you were never the one on trial.